Hello everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover British pound versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, Bitcoin versus US dollar, and the dollar index. I will start with the British pound versus US dollar first. So this is the hourly time frame, and we can see that we have a strong resistance cluster at the price of 1.2784. And this cluster we developed this cluster like 10 days ago, and since then the market had a very hard time to break and hold. In fact, we saw some bigger rejections like pin bar and tails at this point, so it seems like there is a chance for a further downside development towards the support zone from the other side, and the support cluster is set to 1.2695, 1.2675. So this is this area here. So most likely scenario from here is the market to develop further into this range, more like a range development, and try to trade lower towards this support cluster. Of course, if there will be some bigger upside breaks, alternative scenario will be if the market can trade above 1.2785 and hold. Then there is a chance for the retest of this 1.2825 area. Now, speaking of the gold market, we also have strong resistance areas. So there is the tail pin bar high just around that 2061 mark, and we tagged that and rejected last week. So it seems like the sellers are observing this level, and the likely scenario is that the market to try to make a secondary leg based on this rejection. So a secondary leg we might even see to go lower than 2041. So this 2041 is also important, interesting area. So we have the swing highs which acted here like support, but at this stage, if market will try to do the secondary leg to the downside, then we might expect the downside move to go further and potential revisiting of 2030 mark or even lower. If market will clear the 2065 and hold above, then there is a chance for the retest of 2078 or even 2087 mark. But this is the case just if the market can trade above this resistance and hold above, because also there is a potential for the fake breakout and something like this. So watch carefully this resistance area and see how the market will react. Now, speaking of the crude oil had this fake breakout of the resistance of the 74.17. So market traded higher, and then the sellers responded on this higher prices, and the market is now back into the trading range. So we have this fake breakout of this key resistance cluster. But now we need to see how the buyers will react. So we will have just a shallow like a rally, and then a downside continuation towards the cluster, the low cluster like 71 area or even the 70 mark, or the buyers can join aggressively and regain and re-break this 74.17, and on that way provide potential rally towards 75.20 or 75.85. So far, market is just having the consolidation, and it's more in a bigger consolidation. Now, speaking of the Bitcoin, this is something that I alerted in my previous update, that market had lots of the fake breakouts in the background, which is a sign of the weakness. That was a not sign of strength, and naturally market sold off pretty aggressively from the 49,000, let's say, all the way down to the 41,600 mark. And this is something that I alerted and I warned that we might see the retest of this support zone again. And we actually had that. So, but from the other side, there was some buying tail here, and the market almost took the whole pin bar area by this sell-off here. So I will zoom in this area. So we had this like a big contraction here. So market broke to the downside and now it's retesting. So if there will be more downside and if we can retake and re-break 41,460 and eventually trade into this bigger pin bar, so below the 40,000 mark, and so then there is a chance for the bigger drop towards the, let's say, 37,700 or, for example, 35,750 mark. From the other side, if market can regain the strength and trade above the 43,300 and hold above, then there is a chance for the higher prices towards the 45,800. Also keep in mind we have the swing low, which may act like resistance as well, around 44,600 mark. And the dollar index, if we check dollar index, we can see that market is building this more like a triangle pattern, so more like a symmetrical triangle, and just around that key support, key resistance zone right there. So it will be pretty strong confluence in the market. It can break to the upside and break and hold above 102.78. And then there will be a chance for the upside continuation based on this first, let's say, initial upside swing here. And if this is all just a corrective one, more like a symmetrical triangle, and if we can see the potential whole new upside leg in the next period, this will be the case if we can break the resistance zone and hold above. If we from other side break support zone below the 101.87 and hold below, then there is a chance for downside movement towards the 101 mark or even 100.60 level. And that will be everything for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day and speak to you from tomorrow morning.